2026 national budget ready. Ella Motors to manufacture boats in the country. And state-owned enterprises to join GBV walk. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister James Marape says the 2026 National Budget Report is ready for public consumption.
In his keynote address yesterday, Prime Minister James Marape assured citizens that the government remains transparent and committed to accountability in managing the country's finances.
The last 6 years, our budget performance is there for everyone to scrutinize. And so 2025 will not be any different. We've already released the media economic fiscal outcome report for everyone to study. It is there publicly. Politicians will argue for and against. The opposition will always argue against. The government will always argue for.
Marape said the Pangu-led government has been working tirelessly to ensure the budget reflects the priorities of ordinary Papua New Guineans, focusing on service delivery.
As far as this Pangu administration is concerned, from 2019 to 2024, we have closed budgets above 90%. No governments have delivered 100% budget delivery, except the last supplementary budgets in surplus passed by the Somare government in 2009 and 10, I think.
He added the government continues to uphold stability and progress despite challenges, emphasizing that the upcoming budget demonstrates their commitment to building a stronger and self-reliant Papua New Guinea.
The last time our country had supplementary budget in the positive was the Somare government of 2010. The last 6 years, from a high deficit of 8% or 9% in 2020, COVID-19 induced high deficit. The last 5 years, we've been consolidating. We've been scaling down on our deficit. Next year budget, Treasury is intended to stick to the same game plan, bridge our deficit lower as we focus when Treasury ended down the 13-year budget plan 3 years ago. And so we expect a lesser deficit. We're being disciplined. And so we will close in the deficit, hopefully in time, 2027, bring the country to the first balanced budget since 2010 or 9.
Jonathan Sibona, National EMTV News.
A team from Jiangsu Institute of Parasite Disease in Wuxi, China, were in Port Moresby last month, where they hosted a workshop on anti-malaria. This marked a one-year journey of their bilateral anti-malaria cooperation with Papua New Guinea.
The partnership began in September 2024 when a PNG delegation, including Dr. Ken Wai, the Deputy Secretary of Health, and Dr. Jacob Kisom, Acting National Malaria Program Manager, visited Jiangsu Institute of Parasite Disease in Wuxi, China. During the 5-day study tour supported by the Jiangsu Provincial Foreign Affairs Office, the delegation gained in-depth insights into China's successful malaria elimination strategies, particularly its precision surveillance and response systems. A year later, in October 2025, an expert team from Jiangsu Institute of Parasite Disease traveled to Port Moresby. They co-organized a workshop on capacity building for malaria control and elimination in Papua New Guinea with the World Health Organization Western Pacific Regional Office. The Chinese team visited local PNG health stations and shared China's technical expertise and practical experience with 30 PNG trainees, focusing on applicable solutions. China and PNG will continue to deepen cooperation in anti-malaria, bringing more benefits to the people. Pakatambu, National EMTV News.
State-owned enterprises have confirmed their attendance today for the End of Violence Against Women walk set to take place on the 30th of this month.
Lady agrees to respond.
Following his discussions with the government agencies last week, the chairman for Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment and governor for NCD, Paul Spakop, today met with the state-owned enterprises, development partners and disciplinary forces.
GBV and violence generally in our country.
It was highlighted that gender-based violence should be elevated to a pandemic.
At one point, we've been, and still is, we've been seriously thinking about invoking the emergency powers under the Constitution. That the situation is not changing, the numbers keep on going up, so we should declare a state of emergency. So that's still an option that our committee is seriously thinking about.
Development partners have assured their support to addressing gender-based violence in the country.
The statistics on GBV, as already we've seen, are really not good. So we really count on all of us. How can we change this context to really make sure that Papua New Guinea is safe for women and girls?
Governor Pakop called for collaborative efforts to address GBV in the country.
We can start to take responsibility and take ownership of our own strategy and implement it, most importantly, implement it. Maybe that will start to make a difference.
SOEs and development partners in the country will join the End Violence Against Women walk together with the public sector. The walk will also see all partners sign a pledge to end GBV in PNG. Prime Minister James Marape has confirmed that Ella Motors will set up a boat manufacturing factory in Lae with operations set to start in 2026. Ella Motors are also looking at exporting these boats to African countries.
Prime Minister Marape, while attending an event hosted by Ella Motors last night, revealed that Ella Motors is already in the process of setting up a major boat manufacturing factory in Lae. The factory will be building banana boats, which will be made out of fiberglass and is likely to be under Yamaha brand. Ella Motors have been producing boats at Taraka in Lae, but with the new factory, the Prime Minister said PNG can export to African countries.
To say thank you again. They're now going to manufacture boats in our country starting next year with a factory being open in Lae. Thank you very much. Factory, I look forward to that opening of the factory, and they are now from PNG exporting. So we're starting to, the products from PNG are being exported to Mozambique. And we're looking forward to that factory being completed.
Marape said PNG can look at manufacturing cars in the future as well.
Other manufacturing, I look forward in my lifetime to see Toyota producing vehicles in PNG to export to the world around us. These are things that can be done, and I am here.
Executive Officer for Ella Motors, Masuri Mikami, said the company has been in Papua New Guinea before independence and will continue to be part of the nation's progress.
Our company's mission is to bring happiness for the future societies through transportation by building new business model. And we are committed to contributing, however modesty, to making more safer, more secure, and more comfortable for all.
Pakatambu National EMTV News.
Officials from the NCD Provincial Health Authority have encouraged mothers in Pari Village to consider breastfeeding as the first option for child development and nutrition.
NCD Provincial Health Authority hosted an awareness program at Pari Village Clinic today. This program commemorated World Breastfeeding Week, which takes place annually from August 1st to 7th. The theme for this year's event was Invest in Breastfeeding, Invest in the Future. Keynote speaker Dr. Siwi Wawe, Deputy Director of Family Health Services Division, acknowledged the partnership between NDOH and other stakeholders. Dr. Wawe stated that NCDPHA, under its nutrition program across 16 health facilities in the district, will continue to support these initiatives. In her closing remarks, Janet Pongone, Health Extension Officer and Pari Village Clinic Manager, noted that breastfeeding starts from antenatal care.
So this type of things, awareness come up, make people, mama, this community feel bad. It's an health education awareness taking, the choice is yours. It's a saying said that a healthy nation develops a healthy generation, and it starts from the mother.
She emphasized the importance of breastfeeding, particularly in Pari village, where hygiene is a concern due to the lack of clean water. She said breastfeeding provides essential nutrients, contributing to the development of high-performing children.
You brought to me, you plus like Kimol Mama or bottle feed, I think we have to start to think about it now. Because you look him now, plenty of beginning when they bottle feed, it affects their health. And also it affects them in a long future. Foundation blow life blow beginning lo come up good blood tomorrow blow and depends on the breastfeeding.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
University of Papua New Guinea students will now have access to important information on sexual and reproductive health. This is a collaborative sexual and mental health program between Marie Stopes and PNG and the university.
This 5-year memorandum of understanding signed yesterday by UPNG and MSPNG is a start for UPNG to work collaboratively with MSPNG to empower students by giving them informed choices about their sexual and reproductive health. Vice Chancellor for UPNG, Professor Ivan Findlay, said they are not forcing anyone to use the methods, but giving out essential information.
We want to give that information. We want to make that information available all over Papua New Guinea so that people can make informed choices, the right choices, and have up-to-date modern information available to them.
MSPNG is committed to provide sexual and reproductive health services as well as disseminating information. Country Director for MSPNG, Angeline Famudi, highlights the importance of information.
Understand the young people within the campus really need information in terms of decision making through choice-based in terms of what services are available to them.
This is the first university MSPNG has partnered with.
60% of Papua New Guinea's population, and this is something that we want to work on with the University of Papua New Guinea and advance out to the other tertiary institutions also.
This signing is a 2025 achievement for the UPNG School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab for dinner. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
All-new GWM Power has the best-in-class pulling power. Book a test drive today and hop into Broco Motors for a spin.
Smuggling, selling and abusing illegal drugs like marijuana, cocaine and crystal meth are very serious criminal offences in Papua New Guinea. Under the new Controlled Substance Act 2021, an offender can be fined up to 2 million kina or go to prison for life. Your life and liberty are important. Do not throw it away on illegal drugs and alcohol. This message is authorized by the National Narcotics Bureau under its Community Awareness Initiative with support from Australia, Papua New Guinea Law and Justice Partnership.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Western Highlands students studying at the University of Goroka arrived safely in Mount Hagen yesterday. Waiting to receive them were relieved parents and provincial leaders.
Over 800 University of Goroka students from Western Islands and other Upper Islands provinces who reside in Mount Hagen arrived safely yesterday. They were warmly welcomed by their emotional parents and guardians along the highway and were received by Governor Wairapa at Queen's Park. Upon arrival, the Students' Association President James Coy thanked the provincial government and the provincial police for their quick response to evacuate the students.
Once people give you call long governor, same speed and entry call long people take you once again.
On that same note, representing all the parents and guardians, Councillor Onda Kiap thanked Governor Wairapa for his leadership in the province and quick response to rescue the students during the conflict.
One time from me, may not talk big power master, don't take you. Lord, more action you, take forward. Lord, rescue what we need to come.
He further thanked the Provincial Police Commander Chief Superintendent John Sagom and his team.
A very young, vibrant PVC. Look at the problem of Western Islands. You look at that the sister province from Bibla, or the background. But people can take PVC, will take you, John Sagom.
After the welcome reception, all the students departed to their respective districts and communities. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Philip Aravore Primary School in Port Moresby has been without a library for the last 12 years. Former students have formed an association to raise funds so that they can refurbish the old abandoned library.
One of the top-performing primary schools in National Capital District, Philip Aravure Primary in Gero, has been without a library for over 12 years. The school continues to feed students to top secondary schools in NCD. However, there is need for a library. The downstairs of this building is where the old library is housed, but it was abandoned and the building is rotting away. Education department and organizations have been donating books recently, but there is no library to store these books. The former students are now taking the initiative to help the school renovate the old library by raising funds.
Very hard time for the school, it's for the country. As the school has been running without a library, the school progress has been in a very struggling stage without a library. So, when the ex-student came in, we asked the principal.
Malawasi Lewete, who is also a former student, is urging others to come for fundraising activities, which will be hosted at the school grounds on Saturday.
Our children here at Gero, and most of the children out from Port Moresby. We need your support, all the ex-students, so please do make yourself available at this weekend, November 15. This is a pressing need for the school, Philip Warren Primary School, so we need to build a library. That's the key for education. So it cannot come out and teach people, but it's a silent teacher, so we need library.
School Principal Robert Silas thanked the former students for taking such initiative. Meanwhile, Alicia Group was the first business house that came on board to support the initiative with over 1,000 kina worth of goods that will be used for fundraiser. Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
There are alarming concerns around road and traffic safety throughout the country, with police revealing that more than 10 deaths were recorded in less than a month as a result of traffic accidents.
Responding to the recent car accident in the nation's capital, Metropolitan Superintendent Warik Simatab confirmed that this week alone they received reports of about 4 traffic accidents. Alluding to these reports, Metsup Simatab stated these are indications that people are careless with their driving. Mr. Simatab said the traffic police are closely following up on the fatal accident that happened on Monday in Port Moresby. A main challenge pointed out is individuals being ignorant and inconsiderate of other road users. Traffic officers are doing all that they can to avoid accidents by conducting random police stops and sets operations, setting up roadblocks as well as motorist patrols to show police presence. Metsup Simatab headed, traffic officers are making arrests and people are being convicted. He is urging the relatives of those involved in the accident on Monday to cooperate with police so that investigations can be fully carried out. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
A special Australian envoy gathered at the Bomana War Cemetery yesterday to commemorate a Mystic Day, marking the end of World War I.
This ceremony remembers the soldiers that lost their lives during the World War I. A minute of silence was observed at 11 a.m., recalling the history of the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, the very moment when guns fell silenced across the Western Front and the war ended. Australian High Commissioner to Papua New Guinea and Special Envoy to the Pacific, Heaven MacDonald, highlighted that Kokoda Trail and the Coral Sea were once battlefields that continue to link Australia and Papua New Guinea. As far as history goes, New Guinea then became the site for Australia's first successful combat action during the World War I. As a result, the Australian soldiers were able to take over a radio station in Rabaul, East New Britain province. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Enga Province Governor Sir Peter Ipatas has called on the national government to tighten security and improve police operations across Papua New Guinea.
Sir Ipatas said the growing law and order problems continue to threaten lives, businesses and development in many provinces.
The community always calling out for members of parliament to solve law and order. That is not their mandate. I want to tell the people of this country that our leaders are not there to enforce the law. That is the function of the police force.
Sir Ipatas urged the government to consider all options, including bringing in expatriates, if it would help strengthen police capacity and restore public confidence.
So I want to call on the national government to make sure that the police force is fixed once and for all. And for us in Enga, we've been calling on the police force to give us, police force and of course the national government to give us 4 expatriate officers. It's not for them to go and arrest people, it's about them to come in and building up the capacity. The police force are not turning up for work. There's no parade. They're not doing their normal duties.
He emphasized that the safety of citizens must be a top priority and that effective policing is crucial for national stability, economic growth and protection of communities from ongoing criminal activities and violence.
We have to bring in people who will bring in changes to the police force. And so this is an important call to the national government. We are slowly disintegrating as a nation because we are not being able to put in a strategy to managing law and order in this country. Without law and order, this country is gone. You can talk about economic development, you can talk about social development, but when there is no order, you won't achieve anything.
Jonathan Sibona, National, EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The Kina closed lower at 0.2370 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying 0.2295 US dollars, 0.3489 Australian dollars, 0.1901 euro, and 35.7 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copper closed higher, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
The all-new, powerful GWM Power. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National MTV News. 29 men are currently being detained at the 6 Mile police station following a fight that erupted yesterday at 9 Mile in Port Moresby.
According to National Capital District Metropolitan Superintendent Varik Simatab, police were quick to interrupt on a group of armed men destroying the market under Herma flyover bridge. From information obtained by police, the fight was a retaliation between a group of men believed to be from Tari. Metsup Simatab explained the group of men from 9 Mile went to Herma flyover bridge to retaliate after one of their members got injured. 2 community leaders were also arrested along with the 29 men but were later released to assist identify the remaining suspects. Simatab made a strong call on retaliatory fights that must not be encouraged to resolving issues. He said avenues such as the police stations, village courts, community leaders, and parents are available to help solve issues. The Metropolitan Superintendent strongly emphasized that communities must be free without intimidation and fear, and people must not take the law into their own hands. The suspects detained will go through questioning and will be charged accordingly. Benson Wema, National MTV News.
Catholic Bishops' Conference of PNG and Solomon Islands unveiled its Social and Communications Commission Strategic Plan for 2025 to 2030 today.
The 5-year strategic plan focuses on strengthening engagement with communities through responsible and life-giving communication grounded in gospel values.
Today we gather not only to present a document, but to renew a mission entrusted to us by Christ and affirmed by the Church through the ages. The mission to communicate the gospel faithfully, lovingly, and courageously. From the apostles who preached the gospel from village to village, to missionaries who crossed the oceans, and now to our communicators using radio, television, print, and digital platforms, the message remains constant.
General Secretary for Catholic Bishops' Conference for Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands, Father Lawrence, said this is more than just a program.
Today we are not simply launching a program. We are affirming a call for the Church to be more present, more engaged, and more responsive in the spaces where the people live, speak, learn, and connect. In our radio waves, across our printed word, and in the fast-moving world of online social media.
The strategies target 5 key areas: training in communication skills, strengthening Catholic media, advocacy and public engagement, celebrating major communication events, and expanding digital storytelling. As the chapter begins, the Church pledged to communicate with truth, clarity, and Christian love, promoting peace and understanding across society. Nicole Rema, National MTV News.
In celebration of Papua New Guinea's 50th independence anniversary, Ella Motors has donated a new Toyota Coaster bus to Port Moresby Nature Park. The bus had commemorative painting done by a renowned Japanese painter and was unveiled last night by Prime Minister James Marape.
The unveiling of the new bus with its commemorative painting was done last night at the Airways residence in Port Moresby. A renowned Japanese painter who painted the bus, Kensuke Miyazaki, said the artwork is a heartfelt tribute to this nation, reflecting the spirit of Papua New Guinea through themes of cultural pride, innovation, and community collaboration.
These small flowers is from Port Moresby, and then yes, for example, this one is an orchid, And also some cultures about Papua New Guinea. And in front, actually I paint some the local people.
Prime Minister Marape was the keynote speaker at the event, acknowledged Elamoto's contributions in the country.
In support of Elamotos, thank you for the story in the last 50 years. And it is just not you selling vehicles to us and us buying vehicles for you, but more importantly, your interface in the community and your capture of the community spirit. And this painting on the wall, or the mural on the wall, depicts your presence in the heart of Papua New Guineans.
Elamoto's Chief Executive Officer Masaru Mikami had this to say.
And through the coaster bus, which will be donated to Port Moresby Nature Park, following this unveiling ceremony, we sincerely hope that future generations in this beautiful and vibrant country of Papua New Guinea will enjoy even greater happiness.
The bus was then presented to Port Moresby Nature Park this morning. CEO of the park, John Paul Austin, thanked Elamotos for the donation. Mr. Austin said transport has been an issue, especially for students of various schools who visit the park every year. This will now be a thing of the past.
More than 35,000 students a year now that comes to the park, and transport is one of our biggest issues. And so we're so happy to accept this bus, and we just know that, it's named the Super Happy Bus, and we
Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
Trukai Industries' Smart Farmer Program for rice commercialization will expand to New Guinea Islands region. This follows after Trukai Industries Limited signed a landmark memorandum of agreement with the University of Natural Resources and Environment.
Trukai Industries General Manager Andrew Gray said through this memorandum of agreement, the New Guinea Islands region will have access to educational process to grow commercial rice. Mr. Gray said this is an opportunity for Papua New Guinea going forward. Trukai Agriculture Manager Aina Davis said the Smart Farmer Program was launched in 2022 with Trukai signing memorandum of agreements with the University of Technology and Pacific Adventist University in 2022 and 2023 respectively. Mrs. Davis said the Trukai Smart Farmer Program has trained more than 1,000 farmers and graduated about 378. She said the program has trained batches 1 to 7 for University of Technology and batches 1 to 5 for Pacific Adventist University. She added that through the Memorandum of Agreement, Trukai will train the first batch for UNRE starting in June 2026.
And UNRE will be for the New Guinea Islands, because what we want to do is to our strategy to cover the whole province, which we already did. We've covered the 22 provinces, more than 1,000 farmers, but to make it easier for the islands region farmers to come across, make it more convenient to them to come for this training. And for quality education, we are signing the MOA with PNG UNRE today.
Trukai Smart Farmer is an agriculture program by Trukai Industries in Papua New Guinea that trains local farmers in irrigation rice farming to improve their skills and livelihoods. The two-part program includes a 2-week on-campus theory and practical training sessions, followed by 18 weeks of practical implementation on the farmer's own farm. Jacinta Dr. National EMTV News.
Digital learning has become increasingly needed in Papua New Guinea. Although lacking in rural schools throughout the country, this service is slowly but surely reaching them.
For remote schools in the Highlands region, non-government organizations continue to champion this initiative, offering digital learning to students in rural schools. 3 primary schools and a high school in Englip South Wagi district received 65 laptops from Lighthouse International, an NGO based in Australia. Students and teachers from Minchti Primary, Muruka Primary and Sigmil Primary held a traditional welcome for their guests as a gesture of appreciation. Founder and CEO of Lighthouse International, Jack Groden, addressed the schools.
Long today's world, education must go along digital. Long display reason Lighthouse International building computer labs long all get a Papua New Guinea. Start long 2017.
He said, as the world rapidly transforms with digital technology, students must be equipped with digital learning devices. It was revealed that 560 schools in Papua New Guinea are benefiting from these donations. Demas Kopi, head teacher for Minchti Primary School, thanked Lighthouse International on behalf of all recipients. Amanda Elaitia, National EMTV News.
30 landowners from the Eden Valley Mining Project have successfully completed a fully funded Mineral Resources Authority leadership, governance, and management training in Port Moresby recently.
This 2 weeks training was delivered by PNG Institute of Directors, Center for Excellence in Financial Inclusion, and the Institute of Banking and Business Management on important and value-adding aspects and principles of leadership, good governance, and business management training. Mineral Resources Authority Managing Director Jerry Gary said that the delivery principles of leadership, good governance, and business management training. Mineral Resources Authority Managing Director Jerry Gary said that the delivery of this program stems from the realization that despite many years of having mining companies operating in Papua New Guinea, landowner associations and their business entities continue to suffer from poor leadership and management skills.
Last time we go on a meeting also employee office. Now, you know that all rules, guidelines by me. Very important that you plug in the school so that time you plug all in office, you plug by somewhere long, long how long, look at money, how long, behind more guidelines you plan, no investing money, growing money, and look at more members play plans and association.
Mr. Gary said MRA aims to turn this situation around.
Plenty time we had him heavy one and more associations because only no plus school before time money association even said even got plenty heavy low past. Also na we try to run him to the school so that we can educate him, assist him all leaders roll him out mandates all people.
Landowners Association Chairman Wayang Kawa said most of his members were not adequately or formally educated in managing businesses. Mr. Kawa said the training has empowered them to do better.
We will try and use technology again. Again, distribution of community plan and making sure that people are passing whatever knowledge people are receiving from the different trainings. So people are trying at least educating more line of place.
The program was officially ended on a high note with the presentation of certificates to the landowners. This is the first landowner group to attend the program. Jacinta Dr. National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, the Mineral Resources Authority Managing Director Jerry Gary said MRA is proud to assist Mount Diamond Adventist Secondary School with office supplies and a smart television to enhance teaching and learning.
together with the donation in smart television as part of Mineral Resources Authority's corporate social responsibility. The screen features capabilities such as 4K Ultra HD resolution, high dynamic range, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, HDMI ports, and built-in voice assistance for streaming and Zoom meetings. When presenting the items, Mineral Resources Authority Managing Director Jerry Gary said MRA is proud to assist a school that has a long history of contributing to nation building. Mr. Gary challenged the students to use their natural capabilities and intelligence in learning and to use technology such as artificial intelligence only when it is appropriate. Mount Diamond Adventist Secondary Principal Celia Payo and Head Boy Rawali Ali expressed their gratitude towards the Managing Director and MRA for the support.
Students going for excursion at your institution, that's with Miss Chloe, and with you coming forward to help us last year and again this year, we really appreciate it. And it will help us to give the best we can give for our students.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Number one super, ilike mall member, iyama mas na stop good. Time only retire or finish slow walk. Suppose you put him 10 kina more long contribution belong you, long one week, you buy cartons and 50,000 kina more. Time you finish slow walk. Ring him mipla now, nakisi more talk sawe. Long all way, you can up him super saving belong you.
Tambo true lonkarim o salim na simokin, marijuana or all drugs, no good ikam lo overseas or some cocaine or crystal meth. Nupla law olikolim Controlled Substances Act 2021 by making sawe lo you lo by him court fine enough money mark enough lo 2 million kina or go life year calabus. This platok sawe ikam long National Narcotics Bureau. One time halivim bilom Australia Papua New Guinea Law na Justice Partnership.
The GWM Tank 300 has all the amazing creature comforts you want. And it really loves going off-road. Hop into Barocco Motors for a spin. Book a test drive today.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Join me every Thursday night as Sports Scene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes on Papua now an NRL team based here.
To create a pathway.
And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel and you're watching
all the younger ones will follow.
Sports Scene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The football is rolling for the Melanesian Spearhead Group Prime Minister's Cup competition in Port Moresby. The competition started yesterday and the excitement continues today with the arrival of the Fiji men's team.
Fiji head coach Stephen Aurei says they arrived with a team of all local players and are here to show what they got.
We're starting a new cycle. We're giving a chance to the local players, young players, or players who didn't have a chance yet.
He says a lot of boys in the team have never played a major competition together in the national colors, and this one means a lot to them.
Most of the players never played together, so preparation is different from what you've seen before. I'm also new with the national team, so we will try to give everybody a chance.
The Fiji women's team beat PNG Red 2-1 yesterday in their competition opener, and the men's team is anticipating to continue the celebration this weekend against the PNG men's team that drew against Vanuatu yesterday.
Make sure we have some kind of identity for this tournament. So before we look at the opponents, we're mostly looking at us to see if we could, in such a short time, prepare the team and being able to offer something.
Charlie Dumavi, Trukai Sports.
While the Kimber Carters will not be participating in the 2026 Papua New Guinea National Rugby League competition, PNG NRLC and Kimber Carters franchise will collaborate to assist the franchise in being compliant for re-entry in future competitions.
Kimber Carters chairman Stephen Raphael and the management team met with PNG NRLC chairman, PNG RFL CEO, and PNG RFL general manager for performance and pathways in Port Moresby this week to agree on a way forward for Kimber Carters re-entry into national competitions. Mr. Raphael stated that the Kimber Carters board pursued clarification on the specific compliance criteria required for franchise licensing and acknowledged that there are areas, particularly in management, that needs to be strengthened to meet those standards. He added, the franchise board and management, in collaboration with PNG NRLC, have agreed to identify and work with specific individuals who will be mentored and groomed to effectively manage their development and pathways programs. He said, this partnership aims to ensure that children progressing through the junior levels and the Kimber Carters pathways are well supported. PNG NRLC Chairman Adrian Chow acknowledged the growth of the franchise since entry in 2019 and the need to improve pathways for the franchise within the province. Amanda Ilaitia, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja nah. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
For the very first time in Papua New Guinea, Mel Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mel Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Tambo tru longkarim o salim na simokin, marijuana or all drugs no good ikam lo overseas or some cocaine or crystal meth. Nupla law olikolim Controlled Substances Act 2021 by making sawe lo yu lo baim court fine inap money mark inap lo 2 million kina or go life year calabus. This platok sawe ikamlong National Narcotics Bureau. One time halivim bilom Australia Papua New Guinea Law na Justice Partnership.
Join us weekly on MTV News A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insights for the latest on politics,
organizations are not performing their duty,
business, health, education, sports and more. A Closer Look, 7 p.m. Sunday, only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Truka Sports. Moving to overseas sports, Australian tennis player Alex de Minaur has lost his second straight match at the Association of Tennis Professionals Finals in Turin. Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Smuggling, selling and abusing illegal drugs like marijuana, cocaine and crystal meth are very serious criminal offenses in Papua New Guinea. Under the new Controlled Substance Act 2021, an offender can be fined up to 2 million kina or go to prison for life. Your life and liberty are important. Do not throw it away on illegal drugs and alcohol. This message is authorized by the National Narcotics Bureau under its Community Awareness Initiative with support from Australia, Papua New Guinea Law and Justice Partnership.
The GWM Tank 500 has a super luxurious interior with 7 family-friendly seats, and it really loves going off-road. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The MoneyPlus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, cloudy periods with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Daru, partly cloudy periods with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Kerema, partly cloudy periods with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Alotsau, partly cloudy periods with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with occasional rain showers and isolated thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, the 12th of November 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
And welcome to another episode of Kai Time. I am your host, Martha Serenal. Thank you so much for joining us. As you can see, we're back in the kitchen.